Hi everyone, welcome to Quarantine Choir Day 7. And what a week it's been. A week ago today I launched the channel as a response to all my choirs being cancelled that day. And here we are a week later, we've got 7 videos on the channel and at the time of recording 370 subscribers. Thank you everybody for being part of this. I've been on the phone to all sorts of media outlets over the last day or so. I was on BBC Radio Gloucestershire this morning at breakfast time, talking to a fantastic chap called Mark while sitting there in my dressing gown. I'll probably be on BBC Radio Bristol at some point as well. So if you are listening to any of those channels, then listen out for me. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody out there who's working incredibly hard in the media, on the BBC, in the print channels, on journalists and so on who are working so hard to keep us all informed, entertained and ultimately calm. So if you are working in the media, thank you on behalf of everybody. You're doing a great job. Now, today, I want to thank all of you for watching. If you're new to the channel, and I know lots of you are, hi, thanks for joining us. Hope you're having fun. Thank you for all of the likes and particularly the comments. If you're able to subscribe to this channel and take part in the conversation below, it's a huge boost for me to read all of your comments. I always reply to them. And I've got a couple of particular messages today to people who have sent me lovely messages. But I want to also just address this fantastic figure of 370 subscribers. The rate that it's gone up is frankly quite staggering. And so I think we can try a little bit of a challenge here. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers by next week, which I appreciate is a bit of an ask, but if you're watching, if you've been enjoying what we do and you haven't subscribed yet, you can really help me by just quickly making a YouTube account and subscribing, pressing that red button down there, pressing the like button. If I can get 1,000 members of this channel by next week, I'd love to introduce you to the most important people in my life, which is my family. So we'll do a family reveal at 1,000 subscriptions. So you'll meet my wonderful wife, Anna, who is a concert pianist, and she's currently working on some beautiful music to share with the world through YouTube. You'll meet my amazing daughter, Katie, who some of you might have spotted yesterday. I just saw her hand come in and just wake me up just in time for the last verse of Building Bridges. So you'll get to meet Katie and of course my son Bobby, who's 6 and is desperate to be on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to meet these people who are just the most important people in the world to me, then please do like, please do subscribe, and I'll introduce you to them at some point soon. So very quickly, before we launch into today's session, I just want to start by saying hello to a couple of people who are very special to me. So I want to start by saying a really big hello to my dear friend Mary from Henleys, who I know had an operation on her knee yesterday, finally after many months of delay. Hi Mary, I hope the operation went well. I hope you're feeling better. Because you've had an operation on your knee, I'm going to let you off standing up for today's session. But John, her husband, no excuses. On your feet, please, John, now, before everybody else, just to make sure. I also want to say a huge hello to Val and to Maggie in Thornbury, who again have sent me some lovely messages. Hi both, I hope you're both well, I hope you're doing all right, and I hope you're enjoying the sessions. So today I've got another bit of news, folks, as we've reached a week, and something that people seem to be enjoying along with the singing and fun is that focus on a really good warm-up and on relaxing. And so in order so we don't get everything's too muddled and there's too much going on in one place, I've started another playlist on this channel. I'm going to put a link up, and I'm going to put it up here, I think. So this should pop up about now, hopefully. And this is a link to the first video in the new playlist. And the new playlist is focused entirely on breathing exercises, relaxation, the kind of thing that I usually spend 10-15 minutes on at the start of every choir rehearsal. And this is really just to help those of you who maybe you aren't feeling great, maybe you have a bit of a cold. And I've just been reading that the benefits of breathing exercises for those who are trying to deal with a cough are really quite profound. So if that would help any of you, please do visit the breathing playlist, and I'll be updating that regularly, probably not every day because I want to focus on the main channel, but there'll be some nice resources up there as we go forwards. And so today our song, as I've already said, is an absolute classic. In fact, it's 2 songs in one. We've taken 2 of the all-time great classic songs that really encourage you to put your worries behind you, and we've rewritten the lyrics to make them entirely appropriate for our current situation. And so I'm not going to tell you what the songs are now. We're going to get warmed up, and then we'll launch into it. And I do have one more little treat. During the filming of today's video, there were a few more outtakes than usual. It's a couple of particular challenges, so I've just chucked those at the end of the video for those of you who want to see a bit of the behind the scenes footage. I can't promise that'll be quite as smiley in the outtakes as I am in the usual videos, but for those of you that want to see me frankly struggling with technology and with the music, hang around to the very end. So, shall we get warmed up? Hi everyone, welcome to our warm-up for today. And now you might have noticed, I've already mentioned it on the channel, there is a new playlist on the Home Choir channel. It's called Upwarming, and I'm going to be posting some warm-up videos and particularly singing technique and relaxation techniques to help us all stay good and strong during this lockdown. So if you haven't seen it, maybe after you've watched this video, go and check out Upwarming, and I'll be posting new content to that fairly regularly. Now for today, we're going to do our regular warm-up, so I'm going to ask you to put your feet as shoulders width apart. Get yourself to your feet if you can. If standing's not on the menu, as I say every day, that's absolutely fine. Just give yourself that straight back and the long neck. Everybody else, please, on your feet. Mary, remember, you're going to stay seated. John, hopefully you've been standing since I told you to stand about 5 minutes ago. Now, everybody else, please, let's stand up nice and tall. Let's give ourselves a straight back and a long neck. And I'd like you to look ahead, as we did yesterday. Just stare off at the wall and let your eyes go slightly out of focus, slightly dreamy, and I want you to look straight through the wall. I want you to look beyond where you are right now, straight out through the walls, off into the distance, and just see your vision racing away through the town, through the city, off into the countryside beyond. And see the hills and the valleys and the mountains and the seas. And as you stand visualizing those wonderful, wonderful open spaces, I want you to start taking deep breaths in and out. And as we practiced yesterday, we're going to try and keep our shoulders as still as we can as we breathe in and do all of the work with our diaphragm and our abdominal muscles. So if you want a particularly in-depth breathing tutorial, check out Upwarming. Today's video is on the very basics of taking that deep breath, the very first technique. But if you had a chance to look at that, or if you know what you're doing, let's take a nice deep breath together now. So I want you to open your mouth nice and tall, relax your tummy, keep your shoulders still, and take a breath for me. Lovely. And now let's blow that out. And make your mouth tall again. Take a nice breath in. And blow. And just one more. Nice tall breath. And blow. Well done, everybody. Now, I want you to keep breathing deeply, okay, while we carry on with this exercise. We're just sort of charging up our bodies. You know, I'm not sure that we as a people, we breathe deeply enough. I think we tend to just breathe enough to get by. So while I'm talking and while we're doing these exercises, I want you to just fill up your lungs as much as you can, all right? So the next step is relaxing the shoulders. So just as we've done over the last few days, just going to roll those shoulders forwards and then back the other way, taking nice deep breaths as we do and blowing them out. And then when you're ready, when you feel your shoulders are nicely crunchy, you can bring them up to your ears and then let them fall and let all that tension just drain away. Doesn't that feel wonderful? Do you know what? I think we could do another one of those today. Just roll those shoulders forwards. Don't go too quickly. It's not a race, okay? It's not a race at all. Roll them the other way. Bring them up to your ears and let them fall. And as I say, just let the tension drain away down your arms. Give your arms a bit of a shake. And now we're going to turn our attention to our neck muscles. And I'd just like you, first of all, to just become aware of how your neck's feeling. Just give it a little bit of a move around. Don't do anything too sudden or too quick. You can hurt yourselves. And now just being aware of how your neck's feeling today, I'm just going to ask you to tilt rather than turn your head in one direction, whichever direction you want. Go the same side as me, you can go your own way. And just feel the stretch along the long side. Bring your head to the middle and the other side. And again, just feeling that stretch. To the middle and forwards and to the middle. That's fantastic. And just within those three movements, left, right and forwards, just roll your neck around. That's fantastic, everybody. Let's do a bit of humming. As we always do, please, ladies and gentlemen, with a lovely long hum. Deep breath and... Lovely. second on air. Yesterday we were looking at the O sound, and I said I wanted you to make that a particularly lovely cavernous O sound. Today let's look at E. And E, again, is a tall sound, a dropped jaw, E, like that. And so we end up with a lovely tall sound, as if you could get an entire egg into your mouth, okay? So when we sing the E sound, can I have that sound? Let's start here, please. And lovely. Now the last sound, R, and thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try a slightly different exercise, okay? So we'll go back to our first note, which is a C, and we're just going to go up to the third and the fifth and back down again. So we're just going to hum with me, please, and lovely, and up a semitone. Lovely. Let's have an for Norman. Deep breath. Splendid. Ooh, with your lips pushed forward, and off for orange. F for egg. And finally R, and thank you ever so much, everybody. So let's have a look at today's song, and I can finally reveal to you our choice of song for today. We're going to look at, well, as I said, it's two songs, and we've taken those amazing war songs. It's Long Way to Tipperary and Pack Up Your Troubles, both of which have helped generations of people to feel better about their situations, but we've changed a few of the lyrics to make it a little more 2020 appropriate. So I thought I'd just sing it through for you, and then we'll learn it. Okay, so this is the quarantine choir version of It's a Long Way to Tipperary and Pack Up Your Troubles. As I say, 2020 twist. Here we go. It's a long time to be in lockdown. It's a long time at home. It's a long time to be in lockdown, but we're not on our own. It's time to be upstanding and sing out loud and strong. It's a long, long time to be in lockdown, but we'll get along. It's a long time to be in lockdown. It's a long time at home. It's a long time to be in lockdown, but we're not on our own. It's time to be upstanding and sing out loud and strong. It's a long, long time to be in lockdown, but we'll get along. Pack up your roll and your tin of spam and quarantine. Self-isolation from your fellow man and keep your hands clean. We're all singing merrily. We'll be out before long. So pack up your roll and your tin of spam and quarantine. Pack up your roll and your tin of spam and quarantine. Self-isolation from your fellow man and keep your hands clean. We're all singing merrily. We'll be out before long. So switch off your Netflix and get on your feet and sing along. It's a long time to be in lockdown. It's a long time at home. It's a long time to be in lockdown, but we're not on our own. It's time to be upstanding and sing out loud and strong. It's a long, long time to be in lockdown, but we'll get along. It's a long time to be in lockdown. It's a long time at home.
It's a long time to be in lockdown, but we're not on our own. It's time to be upstanding and sing out loud and strong. It's a long, long time to be in lockdown, but we'll get along. Pack up your loo roll and your tin of spam and quarantine. Self-isolation from your fellow man and keep your hands clean. We're all singing merrily, we'll be out before long. So pack up your loo roll and your tin of spam and quarantine. Pack up your loo roll and your tin of spam and quarantine. Self-isolation from your fellow man and keep your hands clean. We're all singing merrily, we'll be out before long. So switch off your Netflix and get on your feet and sing along.
Well, thanks for joining me today, ladies and gents. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I had a great time making it, great songs. Now, tomorrow we'll be back with another song. Tomorrow we're going to look at something a little bit quieter, another beautiful round that we can all sing together with a couple of extra features, because it wouldn't be Quarantine Choir if we didn't have a couple of extra little features. Speaking of which, do remember to hang around at the end of this video if you want to watch me make a complete fool of myself in the outtakes. If you have made it this far through the video, thank you very much for watching. Do consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It all helps me. The more likes we get, the more views, the more subscriptions. They help the channel, and hopefully in a week or two we might be able to get a little bit of money, not a lot, but a little bit, to help keep the lights on and keep these videos coming. So if you can subscribe, it really helps. Do tell all your friends. We're going to be here every day during the outbreak and the lockdown, bringing joy and singing to everybody. So look, do hang around to watch the outtakes, but in the meantime, be well, and I'll see you soon. As I say every week, please, 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 you're all gonna... It's time to be upstanding. We're all singing merrily. Self-isolation from your fellow man and keep your hands clean. What are you doing? Isolation from your fellow and keep your hands clean.